Last Sunday, June the something, Digital Rev TV received a number of complaints with their 200mm f2.8L video, saying that they just pissed about, sitting down, getting drunk. Well, actually there were some facts in that video. Let's show you, but reenact it in a more serious way.
This review remix will be a mash-up to balance the slightly restricted seriousness of the last video with some straight-faced serious talk.
Today we're reviewing the Canon EF 200mm f2.8L2 lens from Canon. Yep, it's not one of those white things.
With a 200mm f2 available, one of those slightly dirty white coloured ones, this f2.8L, even though it is an L also, lives in the shadow of the bigger apertured white L. But is that justified? It may look like a novelty cup that looks like a lens, but you have to feel it to appreciate the weapon-like feel of it. I'm sure you could use this to tenderise some meat. It's that hammer-like in its construction.
Despite the lack of IS, image stabilization, the tripod ring is actually optional. You have to purchase it separately, which costs you more money. That's a bit poo, isn't it? This lens is not weather sealed, so you can't get the weather inside of it. Unless it's sunny, of course. This focus is really quick, but I'm just focusing on things really far away. How about if I focus from something far away to something really close? Oh, that was quick. That's great. Top tip, guys. Always put a camera strap on your camera, otherwise it might fall in the water. Minimum focus is 1.5 meters, but you can limit it to 3.5 meters.
It certainly is no less of a lens in terms of sheer performance than the f2. The f2.8 focus is quick. It is quicker to focus than it takes Rooney takes to pick out the granny he thinks has the most attractive blue rinse.
And this has actually got internal focusing. All the action happens right here, on the inside and to the rear. It's like a cartoon hemorrhoid jiggling about in your anus. Really quite brilliant. And this has 8 aperture blades inside, so it should keep the bokeh balls, which are those blurry bits you get usually in the back of the picture, nice and round. But when you shoot wide open, that's at f2.8, the maximum aperture of this lens, you do see a little bit of vignetting. I tell you what, I give that 10 out of 10 for Bokeh-licious.
Bokeh is quite alright, although some things can look a bit edgy. It's mostly smooth, most of the times however. Looking at the images, you do get a sense that this lens can produce the goods. Contrast is pretty damn good and things look brilliantly sharp. Well, the bits that are in focus, of course.
That was truly extraordinary. Well, let's see what the performance is like when we shoot wide open at f2.8. Let's go. That's incredibly sharp, wide open at f2.8 its maximum aperture. Even when stopped down, you still get a little bit more sharpness. Not much though.
Of course, no colour fringing at lower apertures either. Well, it doesn't have it wide open.
No colour fringing because it has 2 UD elements, 9 elements in 7 groups.
No distortion, no flaring. Look, I don't have a hood on. I can tell you now that this handles the light like a bouncer handles a drunkard. Get out of my face. There really aren't that many bad things to say about this lens, only that the no IS and the fact that there is a faster, albeit more expensive and heavier 200mm round that does have IS. That is probably the ultimate 200mm for Canon, but not necessarily the most usable one. I mean, the f2L is a kick-ass lens, but it's heavy and will make the bank that you loan money from rape you with their interest rates. The f2.8L is a brilliant lens too. It's a lens to take with you everywhere for your enjoyment. as well as for serious sports stuff. It's quick and sharp, bloody sharp, even wide open. And that is probably the two things that is most important about this kind of lens. If you're not a sports photographer and need a 200mm, then I would thoroughly recommend this. If you want one of those white body tellies, then paint it.
Actually, this will be boring though, so let's go into the shade. This is Kaiman Wong for Digital Rev TV signing out. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Stay safe, stay inside, lock your doors, or Jack the Ripper will come.